everyone, welcome
Welcome
to
to
the
the
Patch 7
podcast.
podcast.
It was
Oh,
actually going to
sorry,
be
I thought you
more
said me,
coherent.
sorry.
Do you know how many complaints I've had about that fucking intro, by the way?
Wait, you shouldn't have waited until I was like 15 cans deep.
It's like the fifth time you've blamed us for your drunkenness.
No, I told you I was going to get drunk, so
He did.
I'm not blaming you for my drunkenness, just that we started much later than we were meant to.
Like, guys, I'm going to be a mess. Right, that's your fault.
Yeah,
Quickly
yeah,
get this podcast done. If you don't, then it's on you.
exactly. You were warned. Sorry, I was just being a dick, interrupting you there with the intro, Hugh. Go ahead,
No,
Hugh.
I get it. I get it. I'm here with Dom,
Hello.
and unfortunately, Hamish is actually here today.
None of us are here. We're doing this online.
Yeah.
Are you sober?
I'm more sober than I was last time.
How many cans have you had so that the people can keep up at home?
Only two. Only
Two,
two.
right? Okay, right.
Great.
So at the end, at the end of this podcast, if you can correctly guess how many drinks Hamish has had, he will send you a tenner.
Well, they'll be able to hear the sparks. That doesn't count.
That's
Yeah,
what you do,
that'll
like
be-
loud
yeah.
coughs. That's like, see when you fart in public and you cough just to cover the fart, you do that when you're opening your cans.
Yeah, wee sneaky sparks.
No, they'll hear it in your behaviour as well. Oh wait, he's arguing with Hugh about something weeb related. That's 4 or 5 cans in. That is.
No, I will always argue with you about weed-related bullshit, mate. But although I will, I'm just getting this excuse in here early. I was up at 4:30 for work this morning, so I'm tired. So the beer might hit me a bit quicker.
Hmm.
We all go to work, man.
I know. I'm just saying, like I've not, I've been up for a long time. So
I know people wake up.
unfortunately, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Hugh always wakes up and chooses violence every single day just to start winding everybody up the best he can.
Well, if
No,
you
I'm not
woke up-
happy. I'm not happy unless someone else that I know is emotionally or physically unhappy.
Well, Dom, it's not when he wakes up. It's that he wakes up and he's absolutely fine, and then he goes and he looks in the mirror, and then he's like, "Ah, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm still ginger."
Oh no, I don't do that now. I go, oh fuck, I don't actually have any hair left.
And then he puts on his glasses. He's like, ah.
With your
I'm
wee-
not.
With your beard, it just looks like it's all dripping down, mate.
Well, see when
Like
I
melted jam.
I look in the mirror now, I don't like my beard. I keep telling Shane, who does my hair and beard, I don't like it,
Mhm.
and he does it, and then I'm like, I don't like this, and he's like, I'll change it next time, and then he never does, and I never remember to actually say, don't do it this way.
He's an old man now, mate. He won't remember like 2 weeks or however long it is.
True. Like, to be fair, it's really itchy. I don't get how these people can have really big beards. Like, I can't stop like scratching and touching it, and it's weird. Don't say that. Like, I wash it every day, Hamish. Shut it.
No,
No,
I
you
was
shouldn't
what I was going to
wash
say
it,
was, I think it's after a certain point it stops being itchy.
Mhm.
I never have the patience to get past that. Also, I don't like the idea of big beards. You know how much fecal matter is in big beards?
Quite a lot, especially when you
Yeah.
use it to wipe your ass.
Yeah,
Depends what
exactly.
Depends what you've been doing that week as well, innit?
Depends how low it goes. You know what I mean? Like if it's like dipping into the toilet when you sit down, if it's that long,
Yeah.
then exceptionally more.
Yeah.
But no, genuinely, like there's a lot of look it up right now. Stop what you're doing, everyone that's listening, and go to Google and search how much fecal matter is in long beards.
Mhm.
You'll
Is
be
it yours or someone
Yup.
else's?
well. I get like Dom says, it depends what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that took a strange turn. Um, so last week we didn't really speak about it a lot, to be honest. We kind of updated everyone on how we've been on our like little informal break that we had because we couldn't actually get together.
He says we. He means Hugh. Hugh means he. Yeah.
We
I mean,
all did.
I'm kind of curious how I was doing because I don't remember what I said.
How are you doing,
Yep.
Hamish?
Am I doing all right?
No,
Check have I still got a pulse? Hold on.
pretty terrible as I remember.
Yeah,
He was
No,
funny.
probably.
Like, it was good to get back into actually like talking about stuff because I've not
Mhm.
been really paying attention to the gaming news lately. Like, you just told me about that game. What's that? I've already forgot it.
Party animals.
Party animals.
Party Animals.
Party animals. Yep.
And I
Study
was like,
party
"Ah,
animals.
I don't know what that is.
Mm.
And then I looked at the Xbox YouTube and it was like, oh, there's an Ori and Party Animals crossover, and I was like,
Yeah.
What is this game?
The game has been out for a while. It has been out on like Steam and stuff, but it just came to Game Pass.
Ah, right, okay,
So,
okay.
but
That's
again,
the
it's like it came to
point.
Game Pass, and me and Hamish have both played it, so it was just more like. But I think it's more that you've been not like avoiding seeing gaming stuff. It's just that there's just not time to see all it. So much has came out from like everyone, from like Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, Capcom are doing their own thing. So it's like there's so much content to go through. Or you'll see other things with like there's leaks, obviously as well. We can talk about with Microsoft's leaks. Yeah. There's loads we can talk about.
That thing I sent you in the WhatsApp group, like Elder Scrolls 6 supposedly in 2024.
Yeah, quite.
That's
soon.
I honestly thought that was going to be 2027, 2028. Knowing Bethesda, to be honest.
You just picking any other number that's higher.
No, because
Nothing to base that on. But
no, there is because I'm sure they said that they work on like a Fallout, an Elder Scrolls, a Fallout, and Elder Scrolls. So they said like there's 6 years between each one, and I thought Starfield's in that position now.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it'd be six years from Starfield.
surely it's not going to be the entire studio just completely stop working on Elder Scrolls so that they can make like Fallout games or whatever.
And then with the
Surely there
merger,
would have been someone.
yeah, and with the merger as well, with Microsoft buying them, they could have got more bodies onto it. Like, for instance, like I thought it was 2026. The Elder Scrolls was going to be when they announced it back in what 2021, I think it was. Can't remember if it was during COVID and stuff. They went, we've got a new Elder Scrolls game, and don't worry, it's coming.
I just don't see them releasing this game the size of Starfield and then a game the size of what Elder Scrolls 6 will be in like a year's like difference in time. Like they haven't, I don't think they've, I'm saying that I've not looked at it in a while, like they've not massively updated their roster of developers or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing is though, it's like, well, why do you think? Because it's too much work, or?
Yeah, pretty much, and their history of how they make games.
Yeah, but if they have had people working on it, then I mean,
what I'm saying is they've had they haven't massively brought in new people. They haven't expanded. They only really make one of these massive games at a time.
Yeah, but they would have been making this since as soon as they were done with Skyrim.
No, they started Fallout after that.
Not all of them. I don't
well, maybe
believe
not all of them, but like to make something as big as Skyrim, they've got to now look at Skyrim and go, right, that's now minimum, and go,
yeah,
right, so we're now technically
that's way below
generation.
minimum. Like,
yeah, so they're going to go, how long is it going to take to make this if we start? So Fallout 4 came out 2016.
Fallout
yeah,
4?
I know you're asking, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it's about 2016 anyway. So that's what 8 years ago they'll start making Starfield. Like it just seems a little too quick, if you know what I mean. I'd have believed 2025, 26, maybe
2015 it came out.
2015, yeah.
Fucking hell, actually.
Yeah,
time flies.
but you've also got like the fact they did Fallout 76. That does count, even if it's like it's on like the Elder Scrolls Online as well. So they were trying to like milk out that market at the same time, so they could take what they've got from that structure and implement it into the new game. Because again, like if you're constantly updating like an MMO, like in the same vein that like Final Fantasy 14 did with 15, you know, and like just all you need to customize it and just switch a couple of things, then it's not out of the realms of impossibility, but it's still a bit are they rushing it? But yeah, we don't know.
Well, like to be fair, as I told you, I still haven't played any Bethesda game.
Wild.
I haven't played. Like, you know, I haven't played Starfield yet because I was kind of waiting. Because I know, I'm just like I've got 2 hours of fucking Octopath 2 left to go. I've got Sea of Stars I want to play. I've got several other games just like kind of ticking over. And I was like, that game is a project. That game is a sit here and play this for 5 hours a day for 3 weeks. Like that's what kind of game that is. And you ever look at something and go, I've not got the time to give my attention to this. So what I'll do is I'll wait until I've got time, and then you go, I'm never playing this. Like I'm not like something else will come out, like Spider-Man 2 will come, the Cyberpunk expansion's coming, and I've said I'm playing. Well, I want to play that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Like a Dragon Guidance coming, and then just mate, this constant. I just don't want to be entertained that much, to be honest.
I started playing Starfield, but again, I was kind of like, I was dipping my toe in. Basically, a friend of the podcast, Ross, and I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, obviously,
Yeah.
quite a lot, as I was talking about last time. And then he's now moved. He's got his own new place now,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't have internet. So I was like, what can I play while I'm that? Because I didn't want to move too far ahead because we're kind
Yeah.
of discovering the game together.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll try Starfield, but then I was like, okay, I've seen it, but again, this is going to be such a huge game. I don't want to get too much into it because then I'll stop playing either one of them. And
Yeah.
but I've also had Mortal Kombat. I got that,
Yeah.
played through that. Loved that, man. That's brilliant.
Aye,
I
like
really
I've
enjoy
been
it.
playing it on the Switch, and as you can see, it's one of the worst sort of ports you can have. I've got a fair bit into it, but yeah, it actually does play a lot better than the last Mortal Kombat. Like,
See everyone complaining about the Switch version, like being the graphics not being great. It's like no shit. Like the
Yeah,
Switch
I
is
know.
nowhere near the power of a Series X or a
but it's
PS5 or something like
no, but I think it's also that not a lot of them talk about the loading. The loading is horrendous on it. See, when you're
Yeah.
trying to select characters, is at least a minute before it loads up. It's things like that they really should have downscaled quite a lot. Like the cutscenes, like see the actual video cutscenes are all in
Yeah.
like high resolution, so they look great. But then it jump cuts to the Switch graphics, and they all like bleh, and you see all like the janky eyes and stuff.
that. That
Mate,
could be
this
quite disorienting because it
Mm.
all of the scenes do that. You know, the end like a movie, and then it kind of the
Seamlessly.
camera pans out into the fight camera basically.
Yeah, and then when you're watching the video parts of it, it jumps. I've really been noticing it tanks the frame rate in that, and I'm like, okay, they shouldn't have released it in that state, but you
they
know,
want that Nintendo money.
they want that Nintendo money.
They
Of course
want they want the Switch is like fucking still selling ridiculous
Yeah.
out there. So
Ed
like they
Boon's
still
like-
want all that money.
Ed Boon's like, geez, that yen and pounds and euros, give me it all.
So I played the Mortal Kombat 9. I remember playing that with you, Dom, actually, when it came out.
Yeah, I love that game.
And I loved. I hadn't played one for ages, and then I played the story mode with you, and then I was like, oh, I really want to play this. And I bought it for my Vita,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the same sort of idea. Like the cutscenes were all great, and then like it got to the actual like fighting, and I was like, wait a minute, where are my graphics? And then you realize you're playing on a Vita. It was like locked at 60 as well, so they had to like downgrade the graphics so much to keep the frame rate.
Yeah,
It was still a really good game to play on it, but it was just like, oh, I kind of missed. And I think it was a 360 game as well, so the graphics weren't amazing on the console, but they were even worse on a
portable.
handheld. Aye, but you
But
get
these
that
are the
handheld
things.
feature.
I was going to say that these are the kind of things that you need to realize are a trade-off if you want a portable console. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just
But-
how it goes.
But then you kind of look at the Steam Deck and other sort of consoles, portable consoles that are coming out that are like powerhouses.
Yeah,
Like if the
Yeah, but
rumors,
how old is the Switch now, though?
yeah, again, exactly. Like the rumors of like everyone testing out the newer Switch, the Switch 2 or whatever they're going to be calling it, saying it's like it's next gen. Again, it's like, well, stop saying next gen. It's current gen. Like they're still stuck in the old gen stuff.
Yeah.
They will never. Nintendo's never been next gen. I've never looked at a Nintendo console and went, "Oh, this is a next gen."
GameCube was the last one. GameCube was the last time they truly tried to match everyone like hardware for hardware, and then they looked at Xbox and went, "We cannot match like Microsoft or Sony technology wise, so
Mhm.
we'll just beat them games wise." You know, it's fucking worked for them.
Mhm.
But the
Did it
problem
though?
is, yeah, pretty much, aye. They sell much more than either. So aye,
Thought you were all against capitalism. You're basing how good something is on how much it sells, Hugh. God's sake.
no, I'm gauging how successful they are.
Drunk communist Hugh would be raging at you.
No. You're allowed to be successful.
I can see him wearing
Like-
red right now.
Like the like if Nintendo tried to go beat for beat with Sony and Microsoft, they'd end up coming off third best because they don't have that technological base.
Mm-hmm.
So they went the other way, which is their strength, which is, IP games that are like or consoles that have things that the other ones don't.
Mm-hmm.
So That's essentially what they go for. But yeah, the other leak was Doom Year Zero. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm, like, I thought Doom was dead now. I thought Doom Eternal was going to be the last one.
No.
Why did you think that?
Yeah.
Just to some of the things they said, I thought another Wolfenstein was going to be the next thing that comes. But I have a horrible feeling Wolfenstein is not going to get another like an entry.
I mean, that last like co-op one, what was it? Blood Sisters or whatever the fuck it was called.
Sister Bloods.
Young,
Sisterhoods.
Youngblood or something like that.
Youngbloods, yeah. I mean, I don't think that performed very well, but I mean, something like Doom or Wolfenstein, if they wanted to, they could leave it for a few years, and then when they wouldn't, I don't think they're anytime soon going to stop making them because, like I say, they could just leave it a few years, and then it's like, well, guess what? There's another fucking Doom game coming, and people will be like, "Hey, it's
No,
Doom!" Yay.
there is. So in that leak, there is a Doom game announced for like next year, but
That's what I'm saying. Like they wouldn't stop making them. Like at the most, they would take like a wee break.
so I didn't see any Wolfenstein on it. And the last proper entry in Wolfenstein was 2, and that was what, 2019 or something like that. Earlier than that, probably. God, I'm awful with dates, but Wolfenstein 2 was
Yeah,
brilliant.
your fiance told me.
But like it's that problem where it didn't sell well, even though it critically acclaimed and like everyone loved it that actually played it, and then it just didn't sell well, and now we're stuck with Doom every couple of years instead of a Wolfenstein, a Doom, a Wolfenstein, a Doom.
Wolfenstein 2 was 2017.
Fucking hell, man. That was a while ago. I know they tried that. The Youngbloods one was like just the same map, and then you got missions, and you went off and did it, and it wasn't level based. It was kind of semi-open world.
Yeah,
It didn't
you
really.
choose where you went.
It didn't really work. It wasn't that great as much. Only played it for like 5-6 hours, but I just didn't like it as much as the cinematic Wolfenstein, where you go level to level and there's big set pieces and things they can spend hours making look amazing, and then recycle. You got that next one that's recycled areas over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just a wee trial thing just to see how it goes. More of a not so much an experiment, but they were just dipping their toe into something a bit new to see how it went, and didn't really go their way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, so it's Wolfenstein 2014 for New Order. That was like the first one, and then the last one was 2019. And it was only a couple of years ago that one came out.
I know. I still think it's going the way of Titanfall, where like it's like a cult classic, where everyone's like, "Oh, I can't wait for that to come back," but the company's like, "Well, you didn't really buy enough."
I mean, like
The 1 and 2 sold pretty well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And again, like it's not the same as like your Call of Duty or Halo, where it was like, no, you need to attack. That's like the big focus in Wolfenstein games.
Yeah, you got to go straight ahead. I don't think 2 sold that well at all. Actually, I think 2 was quite from my memory of it.
Old Blood's the one in America, isn't it?
Yeah,
I remember that doing well.
I remember people saying that 2 on the Switch was really good.
2 didn't sell very well on the PC. It was about 319,000 units in the first week. Yeah,
Look,
mostly on the
actual
PlayStation.
facts.
I know.
Well, we're actually struggling with it. I was like, "Hey, do you just know actually how these things did?" And you're like, "Oh, can we not just throw in what we think?"
Yeah,
yeah, that's not what I'm here for. You guys do all the research and stuff like that. I'm, the
looks,
like, yeah, the looks and the riz,
The jester.
yeah, the funny one as well. Thank you, Hugh.
The jester. Kill jester.
That's way too niche, mate. We don't have enough Scottish fans to get that.
To talk about new games, right? Well, that's going to bite me right in the arse as soon as I mention this. Nintendo did a direct.
Yeah, definitely bit you right in the arse.
So, what game, guys, have I been moaning about wanting to come back for a long time?
Mario. You keep saying I need a new Mario game, and I want it in the 2D plane that is amazing, and I want also Mario to be an elephant. And we're like, Hugh, that's very particular, but I don't think that will ever happen.
It's very specific, but you're correct. But you're actually
you say it all the time, mate. You say it all the time.
I wish I never did this bit now. It's F-Zero, right?
Yeah, F-Zero.
F-Zero.
F-Zero's shite, mate.
Fuck you, Hamish. I'm not taking that out either. You deserve that. F-Zero's brilliant.
That's fine. Like F-Zero's shite.
F-Zero on the SNES, amazing. F-Zero on the N64, amazing. GameCube, amazing. And then they were like, nah, we're just not going to do it anymore. And then they announced, oh, there's a new F-Zero coming, but it's 99. It's F-Zero 99 Battle Royale. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Limited
Why?
time.
They
Limited
went from
time as
0
well.
to 99.
Yeah, so you have played the F-Zero in the past, Hamish.
Yeah.
So you usually get 6 cars on a track, something like that. No, it's more
I
than
think
that.
it's
but
I
like,
think it's 10 or 12, something like that.
so there's
Just throwing out
99.
random numbers
Go on,
here.
Hamish, throw out a number.
Making this shit. 112. I think
It's
it's
not that many.
112 cars, mate.
So there's
No,
99 on the track,
you just
right?
you just don't see them all because you're so fast, you know.
And
Like
you're
they're
meant
all
to
behind
blow
you.
up. Your cars get a shield, and if you go off the track, you hit bits that can blow your car up. So
Yeah, like
you,
every
wi- you
racing game.
yeah, so you win this one by not getting blown up.
Like every racing game.
So I can't play this because I
Because
can't go online with my Switch.
you can't drive. Also, it's like Tetris 99, but
Yeah,
F-Zero.
and Mario when they had that as well, but it's with F-Zero. Basically, it's like
Oh.
try to last out the longest compared to everybody and get first place.
Yeah, it's not. It'll probably be really fun, but it's not what I wanted. I wanted like cool new tracks, HD graphics. I wanted all that stuff. So they're also remaking Mario and Donkey Kong. It's a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah, that looked all right. I don't ever remember a Mario versus Donkey Kong game at all, but it's nice to see the logos, or like the Mario logo and the Donkey Kong logo, just being beside each other. I don't know why. I was like, that looks aesthetically pleasing to see the two beside each other.
I
Is it
love how
Mario? Sorry, is it Mario versus Donkey Kong?
Yes.
See, we could go full Joe Rogan here and be like, you know how fucking easy it'd be for a gorilla to kill a man.
Aye, but this man's Mario, mate.
Yeah,
Like it was fine. It's fine. I don't really have much to say. Splatoon 3 has got an expansion coming, single player.
Yeah, a lot of
Lame.
people are pure hype about that, like with the new story and that. But yeah, not a huge fan of Splatoon. Like, it's just not my style of game.
I think it
Yeah,
passed me by.
hit us with something exciting, Hugh. Like these are
Come on, give us that
Right.
roundhouse.
Princess Peach has a new game.
okay.
Sorry, I was going to say, oh yeah, it looks good, but I just wanted to gauge that reaction now. It does.
Princess Peach Showtime. Sorry, Dom.
Yeah.
Princess Peach Showtime.
Yeah, and she, it's basically her going to like a stage show, and the people get kidnapped, and it's her acting out all these superhero roles, and just Detective Peach.
So she's not
Yeah.
the one getting kidnapped for a
She's
change?
not.
No, no.
No.
Progression, mate.
Yeah.
So I think that's like one of the only new games that they actually announced that wasn't a remake. So the last big hitter, massive hitter here. They're remaking Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which was the Paper Mario on the GameCube. That if you're a retro game collector, you'll know that game's like £150 to £200 now.
It's a great
Most
game as well.
It's
mean,
access. It's access.
I'm
to-
not. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm not a game collector, and I know it's about 150 to £200.
How'd you know?
You just told me. So
It's. I hate it sometimes. To be honest, it was a good. Well, I don't think there was anything else worth actually talking about.
Well, they showed some more footage from Super Mario RPG as well.
Oh yeah. Super
Like,
Mario RPG.
that's a game that kind of needed the remake model, and again, like, see, when it does feel like it's quite a lot of let's just upscale and redo slight bits for the Switch, and it's like, but they're giving you, again, it's the same what they do with like the Nintendo Online, where they drip it to you. They don't give you like it. They could give it all out in a pack. There was no Zelda remake or a Wind Waker collection that they could move over.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Why not do the Twilight Princess Wind Waker remakes?
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't make any sense.
I know, it's Nintendo, man. The Super Mario RPG one was like years in the making. I think that was a problem with Square Enix because Square Enix own half the characters that are in it.
Yeah,
Oh.
and a boss.
So Sora got his amiibo, by the way. You know who Sora is, Hamish?
Yeah,
He's,
does anyone do you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
any amiibos? Does anyone have any amiibos? Hugh, do you have any amiibos?
I have like 3. Like I got with games. I don't go out my way to buy them on their own.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know anyone that has amiibos. Like, I'd think like you'd think it would be one of those things that everybody would want to use, but nah, like it kind of fell off like Skylanders like 10 years ago when nobody bought Skylanders stuff.
You can get see, because your phone has an NFC chip, you can get like an app that just like clones whatever effects each amiibo has.
Yeah. I remember showing that when I was in my previous job, that you could do that with Breath of the Wild and get like a lot of like material, and I think it was like a classic skin you got with it through like the Link amiibo.
Wolf Link.
Wolf Link, you got Majora Skull Kids costume in that as well. So the idea is pretty good, but I think it was maybe because they charged so much for it, but it is a hunk of plastic that you're buying at the end of the day, so they can't be like, oh, there's for a $5. You're like, no, it needs to be, plus shipping.
It's just another thing to buy them.
It's just one of those things that I think they hoped kids will ask their parents for this constantly, so they'll sell loads of them and for Christmas and stuff like that. Like, but it didn't really. Even the kids were just like, nah.
But it was 30-year-olds that bought them all.
Yeah.
So this is actually exciting, right? Because I actually was thinking about going back to these at some point. Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 got remastered.
Yeah.
Like
those games are wild, mate. Wild.
I remember. I think that's where my fear of bears comes from.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the first one where like I don't even think I had the first one. I think it was the demo disc, and then you get that first area. And like you're walking through, and a bear just comes out and fucking mauls you.
I forgot
like,
there was a bear that was in. Yeah, maybe that is your fear. You're too busy looking at her boobies, and you're like, haha. And then the big bear comes out.
Yeah, getting your eye poked out.
It'd be cool, like as long as the controls aren't the tank controls, and they're more like 3D twin stick kind of. Just controls.
I'm sure they would kind of update them.
Yeah, the only concern is, can you still put the butler in the freezer? That's all that matters.
Yeah,
they might just take that out to annoy you.
Nah, surely not. Then people would boycott it, mate. That was so funny because that was one of those things. It was like a cultural phenomenon where everyone did it, and you didn't know that anyone did it until you mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, I did that as well. I was like, yeah, I did that as well. But back then it wasn't like, you could share all this shit online and stuff like that. But everybody fucking did it.
Did everyone put the butler in the freezer?
Yeah, and if you didn't, you're not a true gamer. So.
Did you ever play the Spice Girls game?
Yes, I remember it was like a dance kind of game. Emily got it. I remember it. It was horrific.
Yeah, it was. Lisa, my sister, got it when she got her PlayStation. And like forever, everyone was just like, "Oh, there's a code where you can see them naked."
There's a code you can see. What? I don't remember.
No, I don't. Like there isn't.
Oh,
that was like one of the. That was like one of them myths and rumors that you would hear.
Oh,
yeah. I think Tomb Raider had one of them as well, and it was so obviously bullshit because it was something like you need to play through the entire game without saving it, get to the very last level, get to the very. Something you need to like climb something and jump off and like hit the ground and die, and obviously they were just trying to get you to kill yourself in the game with no saves or whatever. But it's like, why would anyone? Obviously, that's not going to be in the fucking game. Like, why would anyone fall for that? Like, why did they make me fall for that?
We wanted to see those very pixelated naked bodies. Like,
yeah,
that's what I wanted to see. WarioWare Move It got a trailer. Is WarioWare? You ever played WarioWare?
Yeah,
I played it with Dom.
Yeah.
I played it. Yeah, a couple of friends. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I loved it. That's my kind of shit. Like, I love those wee mini game type ones, like fast paced, and yeah, I really enjoy those kind of games. But
I think it peaked on the Wii because of the Wiimote.
Yeah, it was a Wii I played it on.
I remember playing it with Dom and he couldn't cut the wood. He had the saw. It just kept coming to him and it was like, saw the wood.
And I just couldn't do it. Yeah, that was. I think I was at Rory's party. Yeah, like it was just. Yeah, it got to a point where I all tried to beat. It was like shaking a bottle. It was to see who get the highest height of like fizz, and everyone just had this serious look on their face. Everyone was just doing like an inappropriate motion. It was just intense. It was just silence. It was very awkward.
They were shake waiting, mate. They were shake waiting.
Shake waiting.
So it's coming out in November, so I'll probably get that done.
Yeah.
Lay out the like some space on the memory card.
Yeah,
That could be
Try
fun.
to figure out what I was doing there.
We should have a wee night playing it. That'd be good.
yeah.
It would be good. I don't know if any of you ever played the Another Code games. They were on the Wii. I
No,
think on
no,
the DS.
no. I didn't play any of them.
It's point and click games. I heard they're pretty good. I'll try these ones. Kind of weird, like Nintendo picked on these ones though, because like no one remembers these. I never remembered until they were like the title card came up, and I was like, Another Code. Fucking hell! I've not heard of that one in ages. Among Us is getting a update.
Yeah,
new
new
map.
map and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, a game called Dave the Diver.
Yeah, which I've heard has been very popular. People were screaming about Dave the Diver, saying like it's a great story. Which I'm like, but you're a guy that scuba dives and picks up fish for sushi. I think that's.
Are you being serious, or I honestly can't tell if you're being sarcastic right now.
No, I'll read this out to you. If you haven't played Dave the Diver yet, you really should when it comes to Switch on October 26th. It's a fish catching roguelike mixed with a restaurant simulator, mixed with a bunch of other genres, and somehow it all holds together.
Yeah, I've been hearing a few people talk about it.
It does sound
Interesting.
intriguing, certainly. Yeah.
There's going to be a Nintendo museum in Kyoto,
Mhm.
which we finished in March, so we'll see it next year, Ham, right?
Nice.
And Dom as well, if he's coming. And then Mario Kart 8's Deluxe Booster Course DLC is going out with a funky bang because
A funky bang.
Funky Kong's going to be in it.
So is Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
we
can't
just
say it's
mentioned
going out with a diddy bang. That just sounds weird. Sounds like something like a 80-year-old would say in an English pub to like a 20-year-old lassie. Like, oh, you got a wee diddy bang.
sounds like something you've said to Lassie.
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Luigi's Mansion 2 is coming to the Switch.
Yeah,
It was
HD model because it was only out in the 3DS.
Yep. So we get to play all three of them.
Yep.
Is the first one out on the Switch?
Yep, I'm sure it is.
Why does your voice get higher and higher? The less you know, like, is Luigi Mansion out? Is it on the Switch? The first one? Is it on the Switch?
I hate
Dog
putting
start
my name.
barking.
I hate putting my name to something that's not true. I'm like, I don't know. And they showed a lot about that new Prince of Persia game as well, but I think we've seen quite a lot of that.
Yeah, and again, a lot of the ones that have been shown there as well have been confirmed on other consoles as well, like the Tomb Raider remake and Prince of Persia and stuff. They're coming out everywhere.
Yeah, that was just me looking at what Nintendo announced. I know they're all kind of, a lot of that's multi-platinum except all the
Exclusives.
multi-platform.
Multiplat.
Capcom had one, a wee press conference. Dragon's Dogma 2,
Yeah.
that got a big video.
Yeah, because they kind of confirmed that they were doing something with the license like a while ago, didn't they? And then
They announced 2 a while ago with just like a screen saying Dragon's Dogma 2, but they've released 10 minutes of like gameplay and an overview of it.
It's
Looks cool.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma is a game that is very highly rated, and I've wanted to play it, and I've like started it a couple of times, but I've never properly given it time. But I'd be quite excited for that because I know this is just apologies to the listeners, but I just need to check something. Is someone recording this? Because I'm not.
yes, I'm recording.
Okay,
Oh,
thank
thank
God.
Thank you,
Did
God,
you just
man.
realise that there?
I just realised normally we would say like, all right, I'm recording, right? I'm recording too, and none
Hamish,
of us
man,
did.
don't give me
And
a
I was
heart
like,
attack like that.
I know, I was
I was just like, no one said anything, but
all this great material just going out to no one.
Just to nobody. Oh man,
Like
like,
you
yeah,
can-
yeah. I when I went away, I just hit record, so don't worry. Jesus,
Oh, shit.
Hamish.
that was in case
Shit.
we were talking about you, isn't it?
No, because like I ran out of space, so that's why I was like, oh, hold on, I'll need to move it to my other hard drive.
Mhm.
Sorry, continue, Hamish.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying it. And it was Dragon's Dogma. I think I'd like to play that because I still want to play the first one.
I think the first one got like a remaster for the Xbox One and the PS4, didn't it?
I think I've got it, but I've just not played it.
Mate, that. You may as well just say that about most games. Same. Oh, I've got that. I'll get around to playing it at some point.
Yeah, my wee library on the Xbox, like 650 odd games or something like that, like, of all owned games, and I'm like, when am I getting these motherfuckers?
Azure Store buying new games.
Buying more. Mate, I bought like the two of the Call of Juarez games yesterday just because they were on sale, and I was like, I've got one of the other ones, so I might as well buy the other ones, and then I'll play through them. But
You collect games digitally when I collect them physically.
yeah, yeah,
um, Apollo Justice, the Ace Attorney trilogy's got a release date, and it's January.
Yeah.
And actually, the first trilogy, the Phoenix Wright one, has come to Game Pass soon.
Yeah.
So you
Objection.
can play like 150 hours of Ace Attorney if you want. They're kind of visual novel point and click games.
Yeah,
Quite like them.
I mean, like, I remember I've seen a few people play through the first two episodes. The first two games, and it does look like it would be a great sort of narrative for it. And the stories are ridiculous, and the courts themselves, you're very much like, this would never fly in court, and then you realise it's kind of based on Japanese law and stuff, where it's like 99.9% of their, verdicts are like, yep, you're going to jail, and that's
Everyone's guilty.
yeah, everyone's guilty. No one is innocent, and it's quite scary.
That's in Judgment as well, and Lost Judgment. That's really good. You should really try them games, Tom. They're really good.
I mean, I do enjoy like the Yakuza games, especially like a Dragon and stuff.
So, we could talk about Like a Dragon now, couldn't we?
Yeah.
So Like a Dragon Gaiden is coming out soon. That's going to be on Game Pass day one.
Oh, is it the day one then? Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
oh.
Kev.
Now you've said that. I need to go and check because I'm pretty sure it was either that one. So
I don't think Infinite Wealth will be day one. If it is, that's incredible because like I'll be
the man who. Yep. So the man who raised his name will come to Game Pass on November 9th. Joryu. That's the way it's saying. And Ishin is coming to Game Pass as well. The one that's at Needle period. They haven't mentioned so far about Infinite Wealth. So they might be working on that, or they've already done it, and it's not in this update.
That's all right because again, I would assume they couldn't do that like at least for a while because I mean, Like a Dragon didn't come out in Game Pass immediately. That was like 6 months after the game.
Yeah, and it's still cool though because there's a lot of fucking Yakuza out there to play.
there was kind of dragon behind the other games, wasn't it?
So, Gaiden's coming out on Game Pass, so you can enjoy that. And Like a Dragon Ishin's coming out in Game Pass, so you can also enjoy that. Hamish should play those games. They're the first two good games he ever plays.
Right, we've had this conversation so many times. I've played one of the Yakuza games.
I don't believe you.
We'll go on our YouTube then, and you'll see me playing it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just chooses not to.
It's like, wait, shit, he's got proof. No, not interested.
Nah.
No, that evidence, nah.
I like stuff like that. Capcom, what else did they announce? Exo Primal, the update. It's got Street Fighter 6 characters in it. It looks cool, right? But looks
Is that dinosaur
average.
game?
Looks average, man.
That dino one?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever played it? You probably played it with Ross, right?
No, I think we discussed it, and then we kind of looked at even just the screenshots, and I was like, it just looks like a 360 arcade game or something like that, like not as in like it doesn't need to be an amazing looking game, but I just thought I'm gonna tire of this very quickly. Like I would spend more time downloading it, and I've got decent internet than I would playing it because I would just be like, okay, I would get it. That's
But
enough.
Hamish, there's a Wrath of Lost Armor skin set.
Ooh. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I do like my Monster Hunter, but
And you can get to go Chun-Li.
Yeah.
I was never really into Chun-Li.
Yeah, you suck.
It's more of a Cammy man.
well, you don't have to pick one, Tom.
Of course, like everyone would pick Ryu though. So
Yeah, true. Aye. Do you know Monster Hunter's 20 years old in March?
It's a lot longer. It's been going a lot longer than a lot of people think. Like it's only really been the last maybe like 2 or 3 games that have been like particularly popular here.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
more because
So,
they weren't just stuck on a Nintendo console. That's
Or
the
a
big
PSP.
difference. Or a PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's actually came onto main consoles.
I think Monster Hunter World was Capcom's biggest selling game ever.
Yeah,
up to that point, I don't know if Devil May Cry might have
I think
went over
Street
it, but
Fighter. I think Street Fighter beat it
like
eventually.
that's
Beat it.
wild though.
It's crazy, isn't it? But like again, a lot of people that I knew had never played a Monster Hunter game bought that game, and they put so much time and money into it because of all the DLC that came alongside it too.
Yeah,
I tried playing it. I bought it for like the Xbox One, and I was playing with my pal Scott, and it took us like he was maxed out, so he was like, "Yeah, I'll just hold your hand while I destroy everything in one hit." And I'm like sitting about picking up all the loot, and he's like, all this armor, dragon skin armor, and all that. And I'm running about with like a stick, it's great, riding those coattails, baby, just like I do in this podcast.
It's all right. I've got a cocktail for each of you. Don't worry.
Street Fighter 6 has got a new character called AKI or Aki.
Aki.
Aki. It's
robot.
got to be Aki, isn't it?
Aki is basically the second in command for Fang, who was the weird-looking guy that they had in Street Fighter 5. That's who she is.
He's not purple, is he?
He has poison tips. He's quite weird-looking.
He's not heard of Purple Aki?
Yeah, I've heard of Purple Aki.
Yeah.
Have you? Well, Hamish obviously hasn't. But the Sony's show, did you have any? Can I look at that, Hamish?
What did I tell you, Hugh? I've been working like a motherfucker.
But do you know what you did see?
Such a liar.
I have been working.
24 hours a day.
We got our Christmas stuff in today.
Oh,
Right, we
Jesus.
came in.
Oh, why did I start him, man?
Me and another couple of managers came in this morning early to put out all the fucking Christmas stuff. Not only is it not like let Halloween pass, it's not even fucking October. That's ridiculous, man.
You're making
Halloween
us sound old,
is-
Hamish. You're making us sound old as fuck.
No,
No,
but
I'm
I mean,
not.
like, he's
Like-
right though. He works in retail and I work in retail, and it's getting ridiculous now where Christmas is just, they keep pushing this. Like, get ready for Christmas in September. Nah. Give me Halloween. Give me
Yeah,
it.
you should be hating on this, Hugh, because the only reason that they do it is because they sell so much fucking stuff. Like
Yeah, like
Christmas, you know what I mean?
I don't
You
want
hate
retail.
stuff.
I do hate it unless I buy it. Right, Hamish. So we're going into your biggest game of the year. Baby Shark singing Swim Party.
Yeah.
You know what I love doing? Just to wind people. You know how everyone gets dead annoyed about the Baby Shark song?
Mhm.
I won't sing it because I'll sing it so perfectly that we'll get copyright infringed.
Oh, yeah.
But everyone knows it, and obviously it was everywhere, but everyone hates it. So just to add another layer of annoyance to that is I sing it like the wrong way. So I sing like Shark Baby, Shark Baby, and then people are like annoyed and they correct me, and I'm like, why correcting me on it? Like, oh, do you listen to it? Do you like that song then? And they're like, no, I don't like it. You're saying it wrong, and it's so good. It's funny.
Have you
No, I
seen-
don't
have-
like it.
Have you
You're
seen that
saying-
Malcolm in the Middle bit where it's Dewey and he's just saying 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and it's like, oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he just looks at it and goes, yeah, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just cuts back to
Yeah.
the last. He's just looking a bit odd.
It's that kind of energy I'm trying to give.
Dom, did you see the trailer for Quantum Error?
Oh, it's ABCD. That's what. Sorry, second you.
Quantum Error.
Quantum Error. No, what was that one?
Why
It's
are
like
you asking Dom?
because I know you haven't looked at it.
I'm just trying to remember it because there was
You
so
already
much
told
content.
me.
Hamish, there was so much content. They all kind of like became this like humongous like insiders monster that just destroys everything. It's terrible.
It's kind of like a game that's only there to. It's a tech demo. It's a bit of a tech demo. It's next gen immersion trailer. Talks about 4K, 60 FPS, haptic feedback. It's like a horror type game where you go through and search this facility and you're like a fireman. It's pretty cool. It looked cool, but it kept just talking about this technical specs, and I was like, awesome.
Pretty late
Like-
though, is it not? Was that not
Yeah.
a GoFundMe and it was meant to be out in like 2021?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was. See, I know more about it than you, bitch.
And he's been
Did you
dealing
watch-
with Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
I know. 'Cause he's told me 4 or 5 times.
You know what's weird as well, right? See, like in my work in the pet shop, obviously, like I don't know if you know this, Hugh, but Dom, you'll know this. Like Santa's a big part of Christmas, right?
Yeah.
What?
And you know he, and back in my day, would come in a sleigh with reindeer
Mhm.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
And now they've got him in rockets. What's that all about? There's like toys where he's like in a rocket, and it's just
That's not
and there's
very
robots.
eco-friendly. Like we're supposed to be trying to be a bit more green and stuff like
That's a
that.
good point.
And
So,
then Santa's going about flying about in rockets. What a dick!
yeah,
Right.
why am I like? Why have I got a fucking dissolving paper straw when Santa's going about in fucking rockets? What
Yeah,
the
fuck
fuck?
those turtles. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck turtles too. They do fucking nothing.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
What? Turtles do nothing, mate. What? When was the last time a turtle did anything for you?
Well, see if you go to like New York, they're protecting us
Yeah, but
against
any of
Shredder.
yours?
Fair enough.
Actually, I read that last Ronin comic. It's pretty good. You should read it. There's a lot of games to go through here. If you've got anything to say, let me know. Isekai Rondo, which is a RPG by Kemco.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah.
Unicorn Overload.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
You won't like it, Hamish.
Oh,
It's an RPG from, I think it's from Atlas.
I think it is Atlas Unicorn Overload.
No,
'cause
no, it's not. It's Vanillaware. It's Vanillaware. The people that made like Muramasa and Dragon's Crown and stuff like that.
yeah, but
So-
are they not doing a game with Atlas or the guys that did Persona? Or am I thinking
might-
maybe something else?
Might be something else. We suck at this.
No, no,
Uh,
it's just like it's all over the place like the Vanillaware because you look at it and you go, no, it's Atlas is a part of it as well, Hugh. Atlas,
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay.
that's what
I
I'm
knew
like.
I
I'm
thought-
sure it was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Yes.
So this looks kind of like a Fire Emblem type game, but with really, really nice art, like what Vanillaware do.
Yeah.
I want to play it. I will
What,
tell Hamish all about it.
what is it called?
Unicorn Overload.
Overlord.
Tried looking up. I tried
Overlord.
looking up unicorn game. Is it Overlord?
Overlord.
Overlord. Sorry, I don't know
Overlord.
why I'm reading that wrong.
God's sake. I tried looking up unicorn game. There's a lot of unicorn games, but
Remember the unicorn game where you were playing a unicorn that farts through the air and you had to control it? I remember that game.
yeah, that does actually vaguely ring a bell.
Yeah.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. The
That
story
looks
trailer.
alright. Again, it's a game based on the Avatar Last Airbender TV series. It was out, what, 10, 15 years ago now?
No, Dom. No, this is about the James Cameron movie.
Like, yeah, the
Oh,
movie
I
that
thought
just
that
came
was,
out.
did that get a... oh, no, you're right. Sorry, there was
I
two
thought-
Avatar games that came out. God damn it, they've done this again. They released...
I thought you were taking a piss, Dom.
I'm
I
not.
thought you were honestly taking a piss.
I am
was
not
like,
taking
no.
the piss. No, there
That
is... There is
that
a... Look,
unicorn game looks
look
quite
up the Last Airbender one, honestly. There is a Last Airbender one that's coming out as well.
Yeah, but is that game not named exactly the same as the movie? What was the second Avatar movie called?
Well, I think it was just the Way of the Water or the Water
Aye, Way of the
Waves or
Water.
Oh,
This
right,
is
okay.
called
Drinking the
Frontiers
Pea.
of
I
Pandora.
think that was what it's called.
Right,
I need to watch the second one actually because I've it's been sitting there waiting for me to watch for ages.
It's on Disney
and
Plus and everything.
I don't pay that shit. It's
You know, I
just
watched last night
no one cares.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I was
I
disappointed
know,
with it.
and then you had so many bad takes about it that I thought it was
And not
bait.
bad takes about it. Like, no,
Awful
like
takes,
it was disappointing, mate. Like
Hamish level takes.
the most disappointing thing was like I didn't realize it was a two-parter, and then
No,
it ended, and I was like, what? Oh, come on, man! Like I've been looking forward to this, and I just wanted a conclusion to the story, and I don't think it was really necessary because it did waffle on a wee bit in places. I don't think you can even deny that. Also, the soundtrack wasn't. This isn't really a criticism as such because the soundtrack in the first one was amazing, but the second one it wasn't anywhere near as good. Not saying it was bad, but it wasn't to the level where you would expect.
Yeah, it's
After
not.
the first one.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Because it kind of leaned on a lot of references and callbacks, but visually, I think it was like an amazing looking movie. Apart from that, again, like people had the issues with the sound that was in theaters, and I kind of felt like that. Like you couldn't really hear what anyone was saying because the music was so loud.
I had to put subtitles on. Like I know I'm getting old, but like I generally don't need to do that. But even when I was watching it, streaming it, I had to put subtitles on.
They did say that they've rectified it, so it could be a case that the version you're watching was maybe just the old version that's there. But like I've got a version that seems to be working fine because it's like Gwen's like so quiet in the intro when you're you're really struggling to hear against like the vulture, like the Da Vinci vulture, which I thought was a crazy cool design. Like you can actually see the sketches where he's got. I'm like, that's fucking creative. That's so cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it was definitely shut up, you. It was definitely
Oh no,
sorry,
Hugh.
sorry. It was definitely like visually stunning again, which they kind of had to do because after the amazing spectacle it was the first one, people were expecting that they needed it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
uh, it just and it's not really fair to expect a sequel to be as good as the first one because generally most of them aren't. But the yeah, it was just a wee bit meh.
I I'd still say like the first one was the best Spider-Man film I've ever seen,
Hmm.
and this is the second best Spider-Man film I've ever seen.
Hmm.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't like any of the MCU Spider-Man
Are
films.
these only the ones you've seen? Huh?
I think the MCU Spider-Man films are bad. I don't like any of them. I think they're all boring.
I never mentioned the MCU
I
Spider-Man.
think
What was
Tobey Maguire.
Spider-Man 2, mate?
Well, I don't know why people treat that film with such reverence.
Because
It's
it's
fine.
fucking great.
That's great.
It's good.
Fine. It's fine.
It's great.
The first,
You
like the
talk about
first one,
Hamish having bad takes, Hugh. Hold on.
I know. Yeah.
the first,
Thank you,
like
Dom.
Spider-Man one, good movie. Spider-Man two, better movie. Spider-Man three obviously is bad. Amazing Spider-Man one, fine. Two, bad. And then the three MCU ones, bad. Is it three? Is it two?
There's
Three.
too many.
And
3.
then
Yeah.
and then Across the Spider Verse and Into the Spider Verse. The first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Both of the like one's 10 and one's 9. You know what I mean? Like one's 10 out of 10, one's 9 out of 10.
What about the
I did
Spider-Man
like.
game for PlayStation 4? I put that story up there, being one of the better Spider-Man stories as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That's right up there.
I like
I mean,
that. Sorry. You could see Miles's roommate playing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I think the first one hit like a pretty good zeitgeist though, because none of us were bored of superheroes at that point.
Yeah.
The superhero backlash hadn't hit yet. The Post Malone hype was through the roof at that point. We were all Post Malone.
we're all Post Malone.
Uh, and that
Yeah.
animation was mind blowing. The story was tight because it was one film. Like you saw like a complete story from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I think obviously that's a big. I know we're right in the middle of talking about games and we've reviewed this film, but that's the problem with this film is it's it's the first of a two-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about
Aye.
like stating that like Gwen had like a big bit in the start was like what 15 minutes a backstory for her because they need to really explore her story, what she went through to make the rest of the movie make sense, I guess. Like
Yeah.
near the end, so you can understand why like she was worried about her dad and how these things go, and she's been told about with great power comes great responsibility, and it's all about the fucking time travel. Hugh, you're all about time travel, aren't you? You love movies and TV shows that talk about time travel.
Disconnected from that bit, but like I just love the art. Like, see it, they just pushed that color theory stuff through the roof. Like, some scenes were just like all blue, some scenes were like all yellow. There was
Yeah.
tons of like just like comic book style artwork in it, and I was like, this is brilliant. They're just allowed to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna. I was actually just about to reference that one of the first scenes when Gwen gets home and uh she's obviously upset and she's quit the band and stuff like that, and it's very blue because she's feeling upset and stuff like that. But there's a slight kind of orange, pinkish warmth from her dad, and then he says, "Well, he's in the middle of saying, 'Are you too punk rock to give your old man a hug?'" And she runs over, and then the warm color spreads and stuff like that. Like visually stunning as the first one was.
Yeah.
You might like it better once you see the second one, and you can see them as like one complete story.
Yeah. See, the thing is, see if I knew. Like, and I'm surprised I didn't know, or maybe I knew and I didn't remember that it was like a two-parter. But because I looked at the runtime, because see, I was up dead early, Hugh, right? I was working, I got Christmas stuff in. That's why I was like, I checked how long it was. I was like 2 hours 20, and it got to like the 2 hour mark, and I was like, this has got a lot to wrap up in a
Yeah.
short amount of time. And then it just fucking was like to be continued, and I was like, you motherfucker.
What's up, Danger?
Yeah.
Did you like Spider-Man 2099?
He's all right. Miguel O'Hara's an interesting character. I mean, it's kind of weird how they've trying to have two protagonists with very different, like, coming from very different approaches.
Yeah, different ideals. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was, He was okay. It wasn't like yeah, it wasn't great. I can't think of the word, but it
Yeah, it
wasn't
wasn't compelling enough for you.
stunning. Yeah, yeah, basically. Yeah.
I liked it. I really liked the Indian Spider-Man. I thought he was cool, man. He was
Chai
just dead
tea.
chill. Yeah, he was just chill, man. Oh yeah.
That's tea. You're saying tea. I love it.
Nan bread.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know what's
liked it,
funny
man.
is
I
you
didn't
know what's
watch
funny
it
is
again.
I literally like this is before I'd seen this film obviously, and my friend hadn't seen this film, and we had that exact conversation like maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. And he was like, see chai tea, like it's chai is tea, and I was like, oh right, okay, and I was like, oh like naan bread, yeah, exact fucking conversation. And it's funny as well because he's not white.
Ugh. Right, we should probably talk about Spider-Man 2 then, seeing as we're in a Spider-Man groove.
Let's go and talk about that with the trailer
I
and
am
the gameplay.
hype, boys. I know I'm easily hyped. I'm a hype slut, right? I love the hype,
Guys,
right?
right now
And
Hugh's walking about the room with the mic in his hand and he's like doing jumping jacks. I've never seen this man so pumped in his life.
I am fucking hyped for Spider-Man 2.
Sounds like he wants to get pumped by Spider-Man 2.
But like, you guys, are you as hype as me? Are you
Yeah,
into this?
I mean, I'm not like I can't see where your other hand is, so I don't think I'm quite as hype as you. But yeah, I'm pretty hype actually. Like, I loved the first one, loved Miles Morales. I know it's basically going to be more of the same, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
That
No,
doesn't, detract from it at all. Yeah, yeah. So I'd say I'm a hella on the
are you a
hype
hella?
scale. I'm hype, yeah.
That's pretty hype, man.
I
That's
was
pretty
pretty
hype.
hype, yeah.
That's pretty fucking hype. Dom, how hype are you?
Very hype to the point where I'll be getting a PlayStation again just to play it
Oh, it's
because
gonna go buy a PlayStation.
I do think that when it comes to exclusivity, like I don't think I could sit and wait a year before it comes out on PC for this.
No.
And I don't know. There's no talk about DLC or anything like that. Craven looks as a great antagonist with like Venom being sprinkled about everywhere. I'm playing both Miles and Peter flying through like New York City where you could glide and move to Brooklyn and there's more stuff to do. Like it just makes it, yeah, and everything just a big upgrade.
Yeah, I trust Insomniac, man.
Yeah.
Do you think there won't be DLC? Because there was DLC for the first one, wasn't there?
There
will
was
be.
there was a free part DLC with like Black Cat and stuff, Hammerhead and
Love me some Black Cat.
yeah, she was great. She
I
was
agree.
really good.
She's always great.
Me and Hamish agree on something. We're like, yeah, no, aye, that's fine. That's fine.
Even PS2, Black Cat was like
PS2 Black Cat. She was my Lara Croft.
yeah.
I'm actually thinking about playing through the story of the first one in Miles Morales again. Like just the story. Don't do all the the side quest stuff. Just to reintegrate myself with what's happening here.
Mhm.
I would just be careful because I
Burn
mean,
myself out, maybe.
yeah, like because I've tried doing that before, and then by the time I finish the game, I'm like, that's enough of this type of game.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I think the thing is with Spider-Man, right? I had this complaint about the first one, even though I thought it was brilliant. It was the Assassin's Creediness of the areas. Yeah, you got 5 of this type of mission, 5 of this type of mission, and you've got to do it like 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
was
the
a little.
collectibles as well. Like,
Aye, but I think I think a lot of that's on me and the way I play games.
Mm-hmm.
A bit too completionist. Maybe I can leave that to the end. Like it's the only detraction I had for the first game was there's a bit too many collectibles, a
Mm-hmm.
bit too many bases.
I prefer doing that kind of stuff before I finish the game because I know I'll be like, I'll just start another game. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, so I'll like leave the main story till the end, basically, like as much as I can. And that obviously kind of hinders you sometimes with upgrades and stuff like that. But I just know if I finish a story and I look at my collectibles and I've still got like 200 odd to go, I'll be like, I'll come back to this, and then I never will. But like, I will say this though, the Spider-Man games are some of the very few games where even if I've done everything, sometimes I'll just get in the mood to be like, I just want to fucking swing about New York. It just feels
Yeah,
so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah. You played Miles Morales as well?
Yeah, yeah. Played both of them. Completed
Yeah,
both of them.
I know it's such a winter game, man. That's why I
Mm.
was thinking about playing, maybe just playing that one then, because it's dead short.
Yeah.
Play that
Yeah.
one, get in my winter mood.
You get
You
Spider
had a
Cap.
look at the Venom kind of gameplay?
But I've seen the symbiote suit gameplay stuff.
Yeah, man, that looks really good.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to fit all these enemies in it. Hopefully, it's not a Spider-Man 3 situation.
I mean,
I mean, I think they did quite well in the last game when they had like the Sinister Six and like the pacing for it was really well done. Because again, like you
Yeah,
always kind of had somebody coming out of the woodworks that just started causing shit. Like, so yeah, we'll see. I mean, like the costumes look great. See when you can both Miles and Peter have like all these different array of costumes. The only problem I have with it's the pre-order ones. It's like, can we stop doing this shit? But I guess it's to get people to get the game.
yeah, it
But
fucking annoys me, man.
but
Like,
yeah, it looks great. The Connors fight where you had him as like the lizard going through like Manhattan, like under the water and stuff like that. And then Craven's robots and stuff, which I was like, well, I didn't know Craven had like an army of robots and people that would be there. And having him like he'll be a great boss. I think he'll be like the one to watch.
yeah. Like you were saying, Hugh, like I trust Insomniac, and I don't think they would oversaturate it. But I think it'd be very, very difficult to oversaturate a Spider-Man game with villains because that's kind of the whole point. You know, he's got this massive rogues gallery, and
yeah,
you know, as long as it's not each one drawn out way too long,
Mm.
then I think it'd be fine. Even if it is just like a wee like one boss fight, like a wee small build up and then a boss fight. As long as it's not like, do 10 missions investigating someone and then a fight every time, then it'll be
I
fine.
suppose
Like,
I suppose Rhino was in the first one.
Yep, Scorpio,
Taskmaster,
Scorpio. Oh,
Scorpion, like I can't like my memories away. So like I know there was a lot anyway.
yeah.
So
Again, as I said,
oh,
they handled it quite well. Like with the pacing for it.
also,
October
like,
20th, boys. October 20th.
yeah, that's not even far away, man. That's pretty
A
damn
month.
good.
And that
Got a
month,
month
yeah.
to
Yeah.
go. So what?
But even like they kind of, the way they had the last one set up is like, it's its own set of missions. So if you're getting fed up of a certain villain, you could just stop doing those missions and do some other stuff, you know. So
Yeah,
I think it'll be fine.
yeah.
So we're hyped for it then. I'm very hyped. That's that. To summarize that, we're all hype. We're
Especially
all
Hamish,
very,
but especially Hugh.
especially Hamish and Hugh.
You know,
Uh,
the cameo from Donald Glover as well, and Across the Spider-Verse was good as well.
Yeah,
Because obviously
yeah.
his whole like he's the reason why we have Miles Morales at all, you know.
yeah. And he's
So
playing as his uncle as well, dressed up in the what do you call it, gear?
Prowler
Prowler gear.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we've got the other one game coming out soon that I really want to get stuck into is the Phantom Liberty expansion for Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
Tell me this,
Hamish.
so you're not gonna go straight into the expansion, are you? Because
No,
you've not
no,
even
but
fucking played the game.
no, but it's a 2.0, so they're updating the full game.
Yeah,
So
massively. Like it's gonna be totally different, but
so I'm going to start with the original story and then go into it because Idris is in this. Big Idris, isn't he?
yeah, I'm just worried that
Idris.
again you might get a bit fatigued because Cyberpunk's a massive game. There's a lot to do in it.
If I do, that's these are risks you take, Hamish, when you play games. Uh,
Yeah,
that's something I really want to play as well, and like it feels like it feels like a re-release. It feels like this is their second chance. If you know what I mean. I know they've done a lot to try and build it back, but this is it again. Maybe they should have waited. Maybe they couldn't. You know what I mean? But hopefully this one works out for them.
I mean
Y-
the core elements like the story and stuff like that of the game were still amazing, even though it was glitchy. But so are so is every Bethesda game, for example. And then they just keep adding to it and fixing it and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I think it really was a victim of like those initial reviews, but there was still an amazing game underneath it even back then. Like obviously it's only gotten better and better, but like you could still play it now and be like, this is a fucking fantastic game. I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
The only thing is like I've still not like completed it. So if I don't complete it before the update, it's going to be like a totally different game halfway through a game, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
because it is totally changing, which will be kind of weird. But again, like, one of the things about Cyberpunk that I love is, see, with most like, RPGs, if I don't play it for ages and then I go back to it, I'm like, I just look at all the stuff and I'm like, fuck, this is too much. I don't remember what I was doing, and
Yeah.
then I just stopped playing it. But I've never had that problem with Cyberpunk. I've stopped and started it maybe 3 times or something like that now.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been like, oh God, this is too much, because I really do enjoy playing it, and then I'll just play it for another couple of weeks or so,
Yeah.
and then something else comes out and I buy that.
I did actually boot it up because I booted it up today because I thought like the 2.0 patch was out this week before the launch of it, but it hasn't been launched until, as you were saying, it was like the 27th, 28th. I
Yeah.
think it's next week. But even the work that they put in since I bought it, like on that sale, like last year, like it's crazy. It's night and day difference. It's like it feels a lot better. And I was just playing on keyboard and mouse, and it was like, they've done a big improvement. So if when the 2.0 comes out, the game will be playable. Well, I'm doing ear bunnies for that, but yeah, it could be good. Could be really good. I'll have a wee play about with it too. Get back to
I
you.
can't believe you're playing a game like Microsoft Word, mate. Typing away.
I mean, using the WASD. She was
Mate,
like,
I've been playing.
Where is that on the keyboard?
I've been playing City Skyline on my PC, right, on my laptop, and like you use WASD to move the camera and your mouse to move the camera and stuff like that, and like it annoys me all the time. I'm just like, like I've hit the wrong key. Like, I never play PC games. I was just like, I've hit the wrong fucking key. I actually have bought a few PC games lately. I bought it's like Steam's like 20th birthday as well now, isn't it? Or something like that, 25th.
Yeah.
I went on. I went.
think it is.
Sorry, I went on and bought all the Half-Lives. Like they had like a Valve collection, and I was like,
Mate.
well, I've never played any Half-Life games, and it's like one of them like historic. I never had a PC, so like
That's
I never got to play it.
still. Mate, the orange box, mate. Did you ever get the orange box
I
for
was, I was
360?
thinking that.
Yeah, and I played Team Fortress 2.
Oh, fuck's sake, man. You're insufferable.
So it's really like somebody that helped me out with Half-Life 1. There's like 3 different versions. There's like a remake, and then there's like the original. What one's worth playing? Are they all worth playing? Do I play them all?
Any one of them, mate. They're all fucking. Any Half-Life game is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to map it to like an Xbox controller as well. No fucking
Oh,
typing.
yeah, you could. It's just like I say with the orange box, like just play something like that. Like
No,
it's
but
fine on a
Half-Life 1
controller.
isn't on that.
Is it not?
No, it's got Half-Life 2.
Oh. Yeah, no, it'll be fine though. Like you just use or reload. It's easy, mate. Like you know what? Like keyboards are leftist, right? I'm left-handed, and it's an absolute pain in the arse trying to remap a keyboard to be left-handed, because I use the directional pad. Is that what they call it? Whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
call it, the up,
Yeah.
down, left, right,
Yeah.
to move about. But there's not enough buttons, so there's not as many buttons in a convenient location around there.
Mhm.
So it's a fucking nightmare. But I managed it, right? So you'll be fine here.
Right, okay. I'll
Right-handed.
let you know how my Half-Life journey goes, right?
Mate, honestly, so fucking good, man. So good.
I
Dom,
remember when I played it like years ago, man. I really enjoyed it, and like obviously, like, out of the box that we're playing, like Portal was just like the best. I love Portal.
Yeah.
Do you think eventually I'll be like, where the fuck's Half-Life 3?
I don't know. No. I think you'll play Half-Life and get scared by the bears that are in the game.
Nah, I think
Don't
you'll.
fucking do that to me, Dom, man. There's no bears in this game.
Well,
Why do
they're
you think
not
it's
really.
called Half-Life? It's half man, half bear.
They're not technically bears. They're alien bears. Like
That's
I don't
true.
know how much
Yeah,
you know
guys,
about Half-Life.
hey,
But no, you
Tom.
no, you know what? Actually, though, you will get to Half-Life 2, and you'll get to the level we don't go to Ravenholm,
Yeah. Oh.
and then you'll
Yeah.
get too scared and you'll stop playing it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, right. Dom, are you getting the DLC for Resi 4?
That's like, I know that's a little bunch of like noises there.
That wasn't a yes or a no there. That was
I'm
just
just
a yes.
surprised.
because
I'm surprised you didn't say yes immediately. You're the Resi man here.
I do love my Resi, but like it's more that it doesn't seem like it's going to be worth the DLC price at the moment. I'll probably pick it up later on. as much as like I do like Ada, and Ada's kind of new look. No, I'm going to wait until it goes on sale. Because you get Wesker and Ada on the Mercenaries, the free mode. So I might play a bit with that like next week when it comes out. But no, I won't be buying it straight away because again, as much as I tolerated the game, I didn't love the game, and it's not. If you do like the game, then I completely understand why. But the problems I have with it is that it didn't change. It changed too much and in places, and it didn't change enough. Like I think I said that last week.
Yeah. You said
no, but like,
took away the
yeah,
took away the character.
Yeah, Mercenaries, I'll have a wee go, and then like if it comes cheap, maybe in a couple of months and that, and then I'll pick it up and have a wee go of it. But when I see it got
it's not a day one.
Nah, not a day one. Because again, if I had I had it on PS5 say, and I had an extra fucking £500 burning in my pocket, I might buy the VR version of it. Because again, like the immersive part of that. Because again, that game would look incredible in VR, very much like Village and Resi 7 was like. But nah, it's again, it's kind of lost me in that.
VR's not coming till the winter. Mercenaries is out now, but there's an update today when we're recording the 21st.
Ooh.
In separate ways, which is the DLC is out today. So, I've actually not really. We're going to go into a VR game in a second, but like I've not heard anything about PSVR and how good it is, and it's been out a while. It feels like another PSVR 1, if you know what I mean, where it's like, whoa, PSVR, and then it just kind of fades.
Yeah,
it's out already. PSVR 2 is out.
It's been out for a while.
It's been out for ages,
but no one's released. Yeah, it's been out for ages, man. Like people just haven't been singing its praises because there's again the same as PlayStation 1, PlayStation VR 1. There was no games for it. There's no backwards compatibility with the second one, so people aren't going to be upgrading it for the sake, like for no real reason.
Yeah, the first one was so different because of the way they mapped the movement with the LEDs that they couldn't just update the games to work with this version. There obviously is ways. They could have just released the fucking meta versions because I'm sure the tracking's the same, but it's obviously the downside of this technology. It's not easily backwards compatible. But we'll go into a VR game, and it's Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord. Ghostbusters VR game, boys. It look cool as fuck.
It sounds really interesting, actually. Yeah.
Obviously, it looks cool, but like VR games have got this thing where like in a trailer it looks good because you can see like wide angles and stuff like that, but when you get into it, you don't know like what your point of view is going to be like. Ghostbusters needs more cool shit. So, like, if I find a PSVR 2 second hand, I'll pick it up because I want to play the Horizon game as well.
I mean,
that's the other one I want to play.
Isn't it on the Quest? Is that what it was called? Meta Quest?
No, well, it says here it's from Sony Pictures Virtual Reality.
Ghostbusters VR announced for Meta Quest 2.
Hey,
is it actually?
Hey,
fucking hell!
Hey,
I can play it on that.
£500 on that then.
See, I told you guys this is why I'm the best host. Like I can type a few letters into Google. Apparently, Hugh can't fucking do that.
Aye, but fuck you, man. But like because it said it was from Sony Pictures Virtual Reality, I was assuming fuck that'll just be a exclusive game. Sorry, I forgot the word there. Right, we'll move on for that because Hamish dashed. I don't know.
I didn't dash.
It looks okay. To be fair,
your own game, mate.
Yeah, it looks okay.
So is it going to be like it's not going to be like scary, is it? It's not like Phasmophobia, I'm assuming.
No. It looks like a very colourful party
kind of
cartoony game. Talking about old franchises, Inspector Gadget games coming out.
I didn't know that was still a thing. I felt like I didn't even know who has a license for that at all as well. Inspector Gadget. Like the last thing I think was like Nathan Lane did the movies.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
No, Broderick?
No, Matthew Broderick, yeah.
I get the two mixed up all the time.
Matthew Broderick, married to one of the most beautiful women in the world, mate.
Did he get a divorce and marry someone else lately?
Shut up, you.
Oh, Nathan Lane. No, Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane, they're always together. That's why I'm like, that's why.
It's called Mad Time Party, so I'm assuming there's going to be some time travel in it, though.
Mad Time.
come for the Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, blah blah, blah, like everything pretty much. It looks, we say it all right all the time. It looks all right. There's not much you can really tell. It looks like a kids game, to be honest. So, the other games are a game called Axolotl. Really
Nice.
hard to say.
Axolotl, mate.
Bless
You know what an axolotl is, don't you?
No, what is it?
An axolotl, mate, like the wee, you know, like a mudkip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an axolotl, mate. It's like a wee underwater reptile thing.
Oh, you
Like,
get to go one of them. And the cutest, deadliest, and only top-down roguelike shooter featuring AK wielding axolotls.
I can't believe you don't know what an axolotl is, mate. That's crazy.
I don't work in a pet shop, mate.
Well, you don't need to work in a pet shop to have seen a fucking axolotl, mate. The wee like salamander underwater thing. Like
I can't remember. I don't know.
they
I'm trying to see if
look
there's
like
any,
they've got smiles. They're dead cute.
any other games you care about.
I mean,
Aiden
like
Chronicles,
the last.
100 Heroes.
I mean, the
It's
last
like-
thing we'll probably talk about will be games that, like Hamish, unfortunately, I don't know if you'd be too thrilled
yes. I was leaving
but
it
the
for
first one we'll talk about would be Like a Dragon, Infinite Money,
Infinite Wealth.
Infinite Money. It's called Infinite Wealth.
There's a difference between money and wealth, mate. Like money's like
you've got
like,
money, you can be rich, but you can be wealthy.
yeah, money's like you've got like a mansion, but wealth is like you've got slaves or something, you know.
It's coming in January, man. I didn't realise it was coming so quickly.
Yeah. So
It's coming to Everton.
Yeah, it's coming going everywhere. Ichiban's on the road, mate. He's on the road in Hawaii, waking up butt naked on a beach.
That's mental how they've went like 7, 8, 9, 10 games in Tokyo, Osaka, and now they're like Hawaii now. Like it's unlike them. It's unlike them to change it up that quickly.
The story
cool.
seems like it's it's going to take like either go a really dark way as well with Kiryu as well, which is quite a like shocking.
You mean Joryu?
Joryu?
They changed his name. He was like, I think it's in the man who raised his name, the Like a Dragon Gaiden game that's coming soon. They went, Kiryu, everyone knows that name. I need to change my name. It's like Joryu. Joryu is my name.
So
God
different.
damn it.
It's not far away as well. Is it? End
Yeah.
of January. It's out.
Yeah.
End of January for Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and then in start of November for man who raised his name.
Yeah.
Just
I'm telling you right away,
drowning.
Hamish, it's going to be like 2024 is going to be the year of the Segway. Everyone's riding Segways. It just is. I've just seen someone draw like an animation there of Cloud and Ichiban together, just like riding on the Segways. I'm like, yeah, everyone's going to be Segwaying it up.
You know what I'm going to be doing next year? Like, I'm definitely going to be busy. Probably February and December. Just, so I'm not on this podcast listening to you fucking guys talking about that. Those games.
Dom, do you want me to
Yes,
totally change his mind?
change his mind.
change his mind. Danny Trejo is going to be in this. Or Trejo.
Ah, that's pretty cool. All right, look at you.
Hey, bring it back in.
Yeah.
Shetty's here.
I do like Danny Trejo. Even though you can't say his name right.
Kiryu is dying of cancer in this game.
Hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How many dragons do you know have died of cancer? That's ridiculous. He's nothing like a dragon.
That's
very
why he
much
says like a dragon. He doesn't say he was a dragon.
Or maybe he just likes a dragon. Maybe he just saw a dragon and was like, oh, I like that. Like, is that the story? Kiryu likes a dragon? Is that what that's what they should have called it? Kiryu likes a dragon.
Hamish is getting bold. Let's move on to the next topic.
Bold.
Hold on. I do want to say like what they've done with like the mechanics of the game, because I only just finished Like a Dragon recently, like in the last maybe 6 months, and that game was kind of rushed as well, which is crazy. You could tell with the voice dialogue and some bits they knew they had completed, but the game mechanics were quite limited.
How can you tell that it was rushed from the dialogue? Were they just talking really fast?
No, it was very repetitive. Very repetitive.
Oh.
They did say that the battle system was tacked on near the end.
You could tell it felt like that, but now they've kind of opened it up and they've made it more robust, giving you different jobs. And then Hugh with his tweet today with like how Kiryu is just like doesn't care about your RPG mode. I'm just going to go back to the way Yakuza used to be and beat the shit out of people. I'm like, yeah, that's what you want.
I love that. It was like, choose your move, Kiryu. And he's like, nah, fuck this, man. He just starts punching everybody. I was like, oh, that's him, man. That's his personality.
That's it. Don't give no fucks.
Hamish didn't see it, or Hamish didn't read that tweet.
No, I didn't. I saw it.
Wait, do you know what? He's honest.
If I saw it, I mean, like, WhatsApp probably ticked it for you saying that I saw it, but I scrolled right past that motherfucker.
He saw it, but he didn't see it.
I know.
See, Hugh, see earlier on, see when you sent this, right? We actually got our Christmas stuff in today.
What the fuck, man? You want a picture? What Christmas shit do you get?
Oh, mate,
Actually,
hunters,
no,
mate, hunters.
I didn't mean to ask that question.
Spaceships, mate, rockets, even not spaceships, but robots.
A rocket's a kind of spaceship.
Yeah, we've got like we've got these wee like they're like turkey things, right? For dogs,
Twizzlers?
obviously. No, it's like in the shape of a turkey,
Twizzler?
and no, it's like not a like a pig's penis, like a swirly thing.
Like a rasher?
No, in the shape of a turkey. But like, imagine giving that to your dog, right? Dom, imagine you and Angie sit down to Christmas dinner with like an actual turkey, right? Or maybe a goose if you're feeling fancy, right?
Okay.
But then you give Paige this wee fucking turkey-shaped chew thing. Like, she's just gonna look at you like, you fucking kidding me on? Like, I know that's not real.
Yeah,
like,
Paige would get mad if we gave her food-shaped treats like that weren't real. She'd just get really mad at us because she's like,
she'd be like, I'm not an idiot.
well, she's not.
That ain't real. Yeah.
That ain't real, motherfucker. Give me some of that goddamn turkey/goose.
Yeah, you know what? We also have, Hugh. We've got parent and pet hats. So there's like wee Santa, not Santa hats, but like wee wintry hats. But they're like the exact same. You get a small one for your dog and one for you.
Hamish, I was about to slag them there until I wanted to buy it for Dom and Paige.
Oh, me and Paige would wear that. I would wear a hat and Paige could wear the hat too. Yeah, I would wear that. 100%.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, this is dead cute. And I showed someone else and they were like, that is so cute. And I was like, I know. It's pretty damn cute.
You might need to send me that so I can show Angie it.
Oh, it's lovely. There's jumpers and there's all kind of things and like, but I was like, we're going back to the rockets and the robots, right? Like maybe they're going away from elves in Santa's workshops and saying it's robots because like, AI is rising up, and maybe like they say, elves are offensive. Are elves offensive? Because they're short people, maybe.
No, because they look weird. Maybe that's why. You can...
Yeah,
they're not people. They're elves.
Short people do look. Oh, elves. Yeah, they. Yeah.
You can't say that, Hugh.
Elves?
Hugh,
or
stop
elves?
it! My ears.
Not like Legolas elves, mate. Like Santa's elves, slave labor elves. Those kind of elves.
I was listening to a podcast earlier and someone was trying to explain Legolas to someone and then he went, aye, that Lego cunt. I don't think they've ever seen Lord of the Rings.
Legolas, aye, that Lego cunt. That's good.
That Lego cunt. Hamish, you are the most excited man in the world for this next announcement.
I better be, mate. See if it's some kind of bait and switch bullshit about some weeb nonsense.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
He got you. He got you.
Hamish, you should play this game.
Final Fantasy 7?
It'd make you a better person.
Final Fantasy 7.
What?
No, it's like the second game in the remake series. Or what the fuck are we calling this, by the way?
It's
so
now
Final Fantasy 7 2.
Yeah.
So we've got to a point where the 7 in Final Fantasy 7 isn't the number of the game in the series.
Yeah, because
it's
again,
the name of the game.
Yeah, because if you look at like Ever Crisis, the one that's come out mobile and stuff, like that's another spin-off of Final Fantasy 7 games. Because that's that's got a prequel story with Sephiroth when he was younger.
Fucking hell, man! They're milking Sephiroth's wee teats, aren't they?
Oh, definitely. They're grabbing him like by his big sword and just
milking the life out of that boy.
Yeah. No wonder he wants to end the world. I would want to end the world if I was him as well.
Let me die.
Kill me now.
I don't think you've ever been able to reliably like use the letter as a an idea of where it is in the game. The first game was called Final Fantasy, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
it's never been final, so the numbers
Right.
mean nothing. It's like whose line is it anyway?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
points are made up.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
it's kind of like again. We'll if this is successful, then whatever, we'll change it. It's a placeholder name. It's not really the name of the series we're going to go ahead with. And then it was successful, and people are like, yeah, let's just keep tacking on numbers to it.
Yeah, let's just fucking go wild with this because we can't do anything else that actually is successful.
Yeah, but from what they showed in the trailers, we're getting our chocobos. We're gonna go
Yes.
to the we're getting
Saucer.
yeah, we're
Gold
getting
saucer.
golden saucer. We're getting double team finishers as well.
We're getting to play as Sephiroth as well.
Yeah, we got to play it
Golden
Sephiroth in the original.
golden saucers and double team finishes. This
Yeah.
game sounds dirty.
Kate
Well,
Sith. Hold
Hamish.
on, Kate Sith. We may actually get the proper confirmation of how to say the name as well. Kate Sith is a cat, Hamish, that's got a Scottish
Oh.
accent
Nice.
that controls
Like
like
it.
this giant mog creature.
Nice.
She's also a
okay.
giant cat.
Is a giant
Yeah,
cat.
Moggy. I got it.
Yeah.
I work at a pet shop, Hugh.
Wait, this is the first time I'm hearing this of this podcast. Hamish, what's going on?
Wait, that's nothing, Dom. Right? See, this morning we got our Christmas stuff in.
So playing the Sephiroth as well. Seeing the range of the acting too, as well. Because again, like Sephiroth, like again, they kind of like have Sephiroth show up all the time. When the mystique of Sephiroth was that you don't really see him. He's kind of in the background. He's doing all these things behind the scenes, and then he shows up to like,
At the end,
not at the end, more like
at points of the story,
Yeah.
he shows up, does a badass thing, leaves, and you're like, oh,
yeah, he's like,
Sephiroth.
oh, he's so cool, and then Cloud has like a mental breakdown because of all the shit
Again.
that he's been going on because of he's like an ex-soldier, and it's like about war and how war is not good and war is bad. But my boy Zach seems to
Zach
seems to have survived. Like again,
So who's the Cloud he's got? Are these worlds going to merge? Though?
that's what
These
see.
worlds merge?
That's the thing. Like what they've said here is that what Sephiroth usually says is like he wants to. The reunion is basically the cleansing of the world, but the reunion is the merger of worlds. So is that meaning
Ooh.
that it is going to be a case of like, I'm going to make a bold prediction right now,
Oh, do it.
and I do hope this will happen because then people will be like, oh my god, they've ruined Final Fantasy 7. Aerith won't die.
She's not going to die. She sells too much.
No,
merch.
she's not going to die in this game. She's not going to die at all.
Are you saying that Tifa's going to die?
No, I don't think Tifa will die.
Okay.
I don't think.
Hugh getting
No.
worried there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Tifa can't die. See if they actually kill Tifa instead of Aerith. I would like no, take Aerith. I'd rather you take Aerith. I like Tifa more.
I'd fly to Japan and punch Nomura straight in his face.
I would punch him in the back of the head so he doesn't see it coming. If he did
You
that.
punch him in the back of the head right after I punch him in the face, and he'll come back and forth.
Yeah. And what we'll do is like we'll find a window in a bathroom, and I'll drop kick him right through the window like Kiryu does in Yakuza, and go right through the window and grab onto the side of it and pull myself up.
I do
Like-
that. Like this. These all sound realistic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
this
do
is
that.
becoming a hate crime now. So
If they take away a video game character.
She's everyone's favorite video game character. But the trailer was really long, and it showed you a lot of the stuff, and I have no idea where they're going to end it. If you know what I mean, like what bit of the original story, if we are going to follow the original story, are they going to stop this one? Because it's going to be a trilogy. Because you got to milk. You gotta have your middle story, and then you gotta have that big old last bit that we can milk.
Yeah.
So
So
Where-
I think it's
where are we going now?
because again they've kind of confirmed that Vincent's in the game.
Yeah,
Va-
the
ha-
vampire.
fancy pretty boy vampire man. So you'll probably go
Such a
Getting the-
vampire name in it, Vincent.
Vincent.
Yeah,
But I think he's been confirmed he's not playable, kind of bit like Red 13 was. So
yeah.
we've got Cosmo Canyon, so they'll talk about the live streaming stuff, all kind of basic stuff you'll see there. But I do think it will end with the white materia,
Going to space.
Holly. I think it will deal with that. Going to space. Hopefully we
go
get to
to
see
space.
Sid. I want to see Sid. I
Yeah,
want my boy
Sid's
Sid to
good,
show
man.
up.
Do you know what? I'm just really excited.
Sorry, you saying that they go to space? Space?
Beef.
Turned
Faith?
into
They
Mike
get faith?
Tyson there. Mike. You saying that? I mean that, like, that's the least crazy thing in these fucking games, going to space. Like that does not phase me in the slightest, mate. Like,
Do you know what I love as well? Sorry, Hamish. They've announced it's coming out February 29th because they were like, let's do it on the leap year.
Yeah.
like, like,
fuck yeah.
mate, like I know you, Hamish, you won't play this game, but
It'd be
I'll
so
see, man.
funny if like they got their years mixed up and they were like February 29th, and then there wasn't a February 29th
Oh,
next
that'd
year,
be
and they're like,
funny.
fuck it.
Fuck, we've ruined it. Oh, mate, that'd be so funny.
That segue bit looks so funny, man.
Yeah.
Like why? This Sephiroth's just just dogging on him all the time, just slagging him a wee bit. He called him a puppy. Cloud's like, I love killing folk. And he's like, oh, you're like a puppy.
I love killing folk.
You can pet the chocobos, can't you, Tom?
You can peck the chocobos, Hugh. Can you see that? Hugh.
Yeah.
I said to Hamish earlier that you can peck the chocobos.
You can always pet choc.
No, you couldn't.
Even if you've been able to do it every time, like you still need to know, mate, because that's the difference between like a 10 out of 10 game and a 7 out of 10 game. Like petting any kind of animal, that adds 3 points onto your meta score.
Yeah. You get to go about in a Segway in the sun in this
Hey,
game.
I'm rewatching it, and it's just
Why
the
would you
coolest
why would
looking
you go
thing.
about in a Segway? Like when you've got chocobos? I thought you rode chocobos.
It's to do with the wee town you're in.
Yeah. It's a wee break.
Yeah,
You're
it's
getting away from
it's
all the
so cool.
chaos.
Do you know what's so upsetting about like not having all the time in the world to play the games all that, right? I want to replay the first one of this, and I want to replay Crisis Core again because I want to like get back into these games, but I also want to replay certain other games. But I want to play new games.
Mm-hmm.
I also have to work,
Yeah.
spend time with people, real people.
I mean, you don't
Not
really do
even-
that, so I don't see what the problem is there.
I know, but like I have to make the effort to try.
Which you don't do, so it's okay.
You're a
Ah,
liar.
he needs to send that initial text, hey man, you want to do something, and then when you're like, yeah, how about this time let's hang out now, and then he needs to fall asleep, mate,
Yeah.
because he's so tired from.
I haven't done that in a while. On
Nah,
two
that's
discs, by the way.
because no one fucking texts you back, Bill, because we know what you're like.
That's true.
They're like, hey man, you want to hang out? Fuck you, Hugh.
Yeah, I get that quite a lot. This is on two discs.
That's
Which is
weird.
crazy.
Like, see
It's
when
on
you were
two
talking about
ultra HD Blu-rays.
see when you were saying about like a trilogy and that, I was like, what happened to the good old days where they just had a like 4 disc game,
Yeah. I mean, I've
Well,
been seeing people talking about like I don't know if you know at the moment, Hugh, with Final Fantasy Rebirth, that they've actually got it demoed in a lot of places at the moment.
Where?
Well, just in a lot of like gaming, like EGX kind of places.
Don't say that. He will run out of the podcast right now.
EGX?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that's all we started this podcast for?
I remember.
Me and Dom, I'm sure I've told us, me and Dom and the queue wait to play Life is Strange 2.
No. It was after we saw Kevin
Oh,
Smith.
my God.
that we
No,
were
no,
like,
no,
no, it
we
was
should do
EGX.
that.
No, wait,
No,
again,
no.
episode 73, we were talking about this, like we actually talked about the real reason that, it was EGX, and me and Hugh
No, no.
seeing people getting
You
ahead
and-
of us with press passes.
You and a friend of the podcast, Ross, went off and played your stupid card games at fucking EGX, right?
Board
Remember
games.
that? Aye. I didn't care at the time or now. So me and Dom are waiting to play the first chapter.
Yeah,
Life is Strange.
we've all heard the story. People
And
went
that-
ahead of you with
that
the press
Fucking
passes.
bitch.
Sorry,
But
there's also-
after we saw Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman doing the podcast
yeah,
live,
of Hollywood
Babylon,
Babylon, yeah.
yeah, we were like, that'd be kind of cool. Like that at least sparked it. Maybe EGX confirmed it, but
Yeah.
there was
Uh,
definitely conversations before.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we're boring white people as well. Like,
Aye.
we can do that.
I've just seen
Where's
it.
the
Sorry,
white-
guys.
white boys?
I've just seen an image of like Cloud riding chocobos, like through like water, and there's a picture of Red 13 also on top of a chocobo, and it looks hilarious. So Red 13's the dog that's in the game, Hamish.
Oh right. Oh,
And
the
he's
big dog.
Yeah, the big dog with the fire bit in the back of his tail, and he's actually riding a chocobo, and it looks really strange.
That's weird.
Oh, what is this?
I can't wait for that, man. Like end of February, March. I'm gonna have to take time off work.
Yeah, it's honestly going to be one of those types of games that I do think this is going to be the kind of Star Wars game if they're going to go a wild direction. and to see if the fans are going to be on board with it. But I think a lot of fans will be.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to be like, if they change too much, it's not going to be the same as the game. But I'm going to be honest, like I really did dig the remake. A lot of people had issues. There was a lot of problems people had with it, with the pacing or inconsistency with like Barrett getting like killed off and brought back, and people like that wasn't part of the game, and they're just fucking bringing hooded masks people from Kingdom Hearts into this game, and well, yeah, like let's remake the game, let's do something different, but let's have fun with it. The original game will always be there, no matter what.
Yeah, there is. If you want to play the original Final Fantasy VII, it's on every platform and it's cheap. I think people thought obviously it was going to be a like for like story, but you don't give Nomura things, mate, and expect things to come back to you as normal.
Yeah,
I don't think he was going to ever make a game that was just a straight remake.
No,
I do think we're going to get a straight remake of 9 and maybe 8 at some point, like just a. Not a straight remake, but like a better graphics versions of those games.
Mm-hmm.
But 7 was going to always be this new outlook. They weren't ever going to do a straight remake of it because you can never bottle that zeitgeist twice.
No, definitely not.
I don't know if I mixed my metaphors too much there.
No, I think it's like I don't think you could ever catch that lightning in a bottle again. Because again, if it wasn't for 7 would never have. We would never got 8, 9, 10, and so on from there.
Yeah.
As much as they turn around and go like, it's yes, Spirits Within basically nearly destroyed the company, but
yeah, Sakaguchi nearly killed the company with his trash film, but like Tactics is getting remade as well.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, like the amount of things that are getting remade, or like ones that you're thinking. I don't have a problem with remakes. I don't have a problems with HD ports and stuff. The only issue I have with it is if you're charging an arm and a leg for it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, I know that sounds daft, but that's like, yeah, let's not be dicks about it. Let's let you understand.
It's a totally different. Well, I'm not a game developer, but porting a game or updating a game, surely that's nowhere near the amount of work as making a game. You know what I mean? So
depends.
Trying to.
I don't want to ruin your point, but when Square Enix made a lot of their games in the 90s, they didn't keep the source codes.
Yeah, I'm not talking about just Square Enix. I'm talking in general about remasters and stuff like that. Like,
you don't want to see that price gouging.
No, because again, when I hear like people saying it's what games are going to be like the first, what did they say? It wasn't the new FIFA. The FC is going to be the first £70, £80 standard game for next gen consoles. Like,
you talked about GTA 6, didn't they?
Or GTA was GTA was
£150 game.
Yeah,
and like people will buy it at that. People would
100%,
like.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like, but I'm not a GTA head. Like, the only games that like, if you said to me, "Oh, what would you pay £150 for?" I have paid £150 for games.
Well, you've bought Last of Us Part 2 about 8 times, and that was about 150 quid, isn't it?
Still haven't played it.
More than probably.
I've got Mega Man Legends for the PS1.
You know how many Mega Man games there are, Hugh?
Oh, hundreds, mate, because I own a lot of them.
150 or something like that. 155.
Tons. And Capcom's
that's
just got
mental. And they're all terrible. They're all bad.
Hey,
Mega Man games.
That's
insane. That's crazy. Why would you make so many bad games? You know what I mean?
Your takes are getting wildly worse all the time.
Are you telling me that every Mega Man game's good?
Are you telling me they're all bad?
Yep. Yeah. Because I'm not a fan, you know what I mean? But like
that confidence there, Hamish, that was brilliant.
Yep.
He was Hank Hill in that right there.
Anyway, Mega Man's good. Fuck it. So the Marvel Spider-Man 2 trailer's playing on my last screen, and I'm just like, that looks amazing.
What up, Danger Man?
You're in your ADHD. Pay attention.
No. I think we're actually just about at the end of this now.
Yeah,
anyway.
I would say there's not much else unless
I'm about at the end of you, Hugh.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, Hamish? Don't say pets, or getting up at 4:30, or Christmas, or stuff you hate, or stuff you like.
No, not really. I think you've vetoed everything.
Tom, what you got in to say?
Yeah, I'm planning the next couple of weeks to start streaming a game. I'm just putting some things into.
Same.
Yeah, try to do like again. We did have a wee talk of maybe try to do like a all together stream.
Yeah.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Did we have a talk about that the other day?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I've been saying that for like 2 fucking years. Like,
You say a
let's-
lot of stuff, man. You have to kind of like filter.
Yeah, it's all gold, mate. It's all gold.
Gold dust, more like
yeah.
anyone blows it, it just flies out the window away from everyone.
Yep.
But yeah, like we'll try to get something arranged there. But like I'll be doing some streaming hopefully soon. Just try to pick a game, really. But yeah,
I'll give you a couple of suggestions, right?
I was thinking of streaming
No,
Mortal
I'm being
Kombat,
serious.
oh that'd be
Mortal
fun actually. I'd watch you play Mortal Kombat.
but I've already finished it because I was like, either, like, because obviously start a stream, start the game, start the story. Everyone's going to see me picking very easy mode, or I don't pick very easy mode and then I get my ass kicked, and I'm like, ah, fuck, like that's a
Wait.
dilemma. You know what I mean?
I played Tekken 7 the other day because I said I was going to play through the story before Tekken 8 came out in January, and I was
what
like,
story in Tekken 7? Jesus, that's
the,
a horrible story.
the Mishima family Zaibatsu fight, the one that's been on for like 7 games, Tom. And like, I was like playing it, and I was like, God, I'm so glad nobody's watching this because I'm spamming the one move to get through this because I suck. I fucking suck at this.
Liza P is just on Game Pass. I might stream that.
What? Why? That's
Because-
I
That's a
hated
fun
that demo,
game.
man. I
That
hated
demo
it.
was
I
not-
know
yeah,
that.
demo
I don't
was
think it's
fun.
terrible. Like, I think if you like Soulsborne games, then you'll like it.
Yeah.
I know you've not really played any of them, but like, at least
Yeah.
that way, if I'm failing, I can be like, well, it's a difficult game, so it's, I've got an excuse.
I might. I'm say I'm going to stream something. I probably won't. Sea
Well,
of
no,
Stars.
you won't stream.
Sea of Stars is out, and I'm dying to play it.
But
So
you
I
won't stream it.
kickstarted it.
You won't stream it.
I
Yeah.
might.
You won't stream it.
But the only problem is
You won't
letting people
stream
know
it.
how bad you are at games, man.
You won't stream it.
Well,
mate.
that's why you stream games that you're good at, or you stream games
Um,
that you could do.
Thanks for pointing out I'm not good at any games.
See, that's my like that is one of my like things. I want to get good at a game, but then if I've already started it, I'm like, well, there's no point in streaming it now, and because I'm like halfway through the story or whatever, because that's how long it takes me to get good at a game.
Mhm.
Tom, what is that? Is that Rumham? Is that Danny DeVito shaped like a Dorito?
That's Danny Dorito, mate. That's Danny Dorito. Man.
See, when I said that out loud, I was like, why have I never said those words together before?
I don't know if anyone has.
Danny Dorito shaped like a Dorito.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
There's a lot of games I want to play, right? Sea of Stars, love to start playing that. There's the Tactics Ogre games and stuff like that. But all those games, if you're bad at them, it's going to be very obvious.
It
Lots
doesn't
of people are
matter,
bad at
yeah.
stream, mate.
Did you
know,
not see, like, have you seen me do any streams? Like
No.
Metroid Dread, I was rotten at it.
Yeah, I have, obviously. I
Yeah,
watched you
that's
play loads
so
of different
hard,
games.
Yeah, and it's like, you just go ahead. Like I'm sandbagging it, Hamish. Like just ignore it. Like, I'll be crying about this later, but you just keep going.
We can play. Can I play Football Manager on stream?
If you want to.
if you want to, yeah.
Well, alright, guys, I'm
Anyway,
gonna-
we'll decide our streams later on, but like maybe listeners look out, subscribe to the twitch.tv/patchesandgaming just to get the wee alerts. If we do, you'll probably look at it and be like, "What the fuck is this? I've never seen this notification before," because it has been a while since any of us has streamed. But there are plans to do it, so maybe. And we should definitely get one with the 3 of us because I think that's more fun.
We should
And that
definitely
way I can prove my superiority, and beat yous both at everything. UFC 5 is out soon.
UFC 5, aye.
Love to kick fuck at yous and then
wa-
play UFC 5.
Is that like when we were watching that boxing chess and you're like, oh, that looks like fun, and we just boxed each other and we never played chess because we didn't have a chessboard, so we just beat the shit out of each other. That kind of situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I've the person I've punched most in this world is Hamish, right? And I don't think I've punched him quite enough. Yeah.
Nah, because I'm too good at slipping, mate. Slipping
Yeah.
and bobbing and
Aye,
weaving,
'cause
mate.
you're
He's like
very
Mayweather.
sweaty.
Just like
That's-
So
that's-
sweaty, man.
No, that's why I'm
Sweatiest, man.
I'm still so like Hugh thinks he's hit me a lot, but look at how pretty I am. Right? That shows you how little he's hit me. Then look at his fucking face, right? That shows you how much I did hit him.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man.
Jesus.
He chipped like a hammerhead shark, man.
That's why his name's Hamish.
Yeah, that's I put the ham and hammerhead shark.
Mario Kart, all the DLCs. We should play them.
Yeah, we'll do that. Well,
We'll get some shit. Yeah, we'll get some shit going.
okay
Hamish
then.
can go dry bones.
Oh, Dry Bones is awesome.
What?
Dry Bones is awesome. Shy Guy,
You can go
he's the
dry-
best though.
You know what's weird? Like,
Try guy, because you got no riz.
everyone thinks that bones are like dry because everything of bones are dry, but they're wet because they got blood on them. You know, what
I think
mean?
that's the end of the podcast, isn't it?
I'm just saying it's weird, you know. But like, yeah,
Oh.
Anyway, Hamish, I'm glad that you lasted the whole time this time.
I'm fine. What are you talking about? All right.
There's a point
course I
in there's a point in the podcast before where Dom was talking about Resident Evil 4, and we were kind of having a conversation, and then I'd say, "So do you think it's this?" And you'd go, "Shut the fuck up, Hugh. Let Dom speak."
And I tried to speak and you would talk over me.
Yeah, I'm allowed to interrupt Dom, not you.
There we go.
I threatened to turn you down, and you went in such a bad mood with me as well. You're like, "Have you fucking turned me down?" And I was like, "No."
I mean, because that's like people listen for me. Let's be honest, right? I'm the
Who?
main attraction here. I'm the 5-star like review man here, right?
Yes.
Check your Apple reviews, mate. I'm the only one mentioned. Me,
Rapple reviews.
Hamish. Apple reviews. Yep.
I'd say actually, if you get Apple reviews,
Sorry.
Yeah, we do have Apple reviews, mate, and I may or may not have made them. No, I didn't. I genuinely didn't. But you know.
like, see when I see other podcasts that like we know that are like, like they're going to like events and stuff. I'm like, look at that, guys. They got their life sorted. Out. Not like us.
They can actually organise events. Never mind podcasts. We struggle with that.
Well, they must like each other.
Yeah, crazy.
Anyway,
Can't imagine it.
you want to take us out, Hamish?
Yeah. You know what?
Thanks everyone for listening to this podcast this week.
Son of a bitch.
We'll be back next week with
Dom,
chat,
stop
more
it.
talk. That's a goodbye for Dom
Bye, everybody.
and a goodbye for Hamish.
So
And then
we may have some interesting things.
Oh god, see if people listen to this far, they deserve this.
May have some interesting things to talk about next time. Did you guys get tickets to the Gen V early screening?
No.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh yeah.
Is there any left?
Well, how the fuck would I know? I got
Why didn't
mine
you just get me to?
because you can only get 2.
Who are you taking?
None of your business.
There's no one so far in it.
Nah, it's Shane, mate.
Oh, right, okay.
And I'm gonna get him to ruin your beard again. You know, so might have a wee review on the first couple episodes of that.
Awesome.
And yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. I'm not gonna let Hugh do an outro because he's just terrible at them. So thanks,
Alright,
everyone.
then.
Bye.
Thanks,
No,
everybody.
Yeah.
Don't you put poos up?
I'm sorry.
Get that jobby, mate. Get that
Yeah.
jobby right on his face.
Give me 1 second. I'm just going to stop this then.